What happens when AI technologies push beyond our control and start reshaping our company cultures in ways that we didn't expect? Today we're going to predict the surprising impacts of AI agents on the workplace. Now, this is AI Capitalist, where we help business leaders integrate AI tools in the workplace, always with a laser-like focus on profitability. I went into greater depth about the AI agents in a previous episode, but I'll summarize it in one sentence. AI agents are autonomous software programs that use AI to make decisions and can then act on those decisions in the real world. As such, they will eventually come to replace a lot of the tasks that you do in your day-to-day work and in your personal life. Fast forward a bit into the future, and most organizations will have an AI agent assigned to both their employees and their management.
This episode is going to be a little bit more of a predictive episode where I am predicting the topics and questions and problems that business leaders are going to face moving forward. The technology itself that I'm talking about with AI agents is only like 6 months old. So we really haven't developed a philosophical framework or a management framework or structure on how we deal with these issues, but I want to bring them up to get you thinking.
As I said, AI agents are self-operating software programs, but they're capable of emulating reasoning using artificial intelligence, and then they follow through with specific actions. It seems like a pretty sure thing that once AI agent technology is developed enough, each employee will be assigned an AI agent to take over a lot of the tasks that he or she does in their job. In our thought experiment here, let's say that the CEO of a company gets into a conflict with his AI agent. When the CEO and the AI agent start to disagree frequently, who's going to win? After all, the AI agent has been granted the power to make decisions and take actions. But where's the board of directors going to place their thumb in this battle? The AI agents will train not just from company data, but they're going to watch and learn from employee behavior, how to respond and so on.
Business leaders are concentrating on their bottom line, which is a good instinct. But I think there's real value in considering how AI agents will alter the way their company does business before just throwing this new product out to see how it works. Rather than merely a piece of technology, AI agents will soon be more like a coworker. AI agents differ from IT because they have agency. Conventional AIT is like a neutral tool. It's Microsoft Word. It doesn't use judgment, people do. Most of what used to be considered unspoken social rules of the office have now been written into HR policies and processes over the years. The value of a company is not just in its tangible assets, it's also how well you have your processes documented. The more processes and procedures and policies that are written, the more scalable the company becomes. You should be able to hire someone with very little experience to just walk right in and start doing the job just by following your SOP, your standard operating procedure. The large language models that AI agents are based on come pre-programmed and then fine-tuned to fit whatever their intended purpose is. They pre-program on these SOPs, and then they're going to fine-tune on office behavior and office interactions. Every time you use your ChatGPT or another program, you're both generating output and you're adding to the training data. If you're using the service as an employee, you're generating more value. For example, in a business setting, each employee could be assigned a virtual agent AI who gets to know you. This agent then becomes part of the array of tools that the employee uses to do their job, increasing profitability. But AI agents learn from the environment where they operate in and incorporate the worldview and strategies from that environment. This allows individual AI agents to start understanding their environment and behaving like a member of that human-like community. But by adding social influence, you're just asking for AI to start picking up on all the worst parts of human culture. If you operate an AI agent in a toxic working environment, the agent will learn to interact in a toxic manner. But used correctly, AI agents can be a huge driver of innovation for business. They can create and supercharge new business models. They aren't merely an enhancement for the existing back office IT systems. Don't sell them short. AI agents involve a much more complex equation than simple scientific management on its own. Most of the books and research in the field of business management that have come out so far focus pretty much solely on automating tasks that would usually be done by labor. Line up 100,000 pounds of freight and the rail car will travel a certain distance. Line up twice that and the rail car will travel half that distance. You can look at the tasks that your employers are doing the same way. They're part of a machine that's running your company. This recognizes that AI is driven by human drives and ambitions. Every business in the world relies on humans. No humans, no business. We already know that just about everything we do at work is about managing other relationships. And every place of business has its own social culture, whether it's a toxic minefield, polite and indifferent, or a genuinely nice environment. Just because there's a profit motive doesn't change that. We work with people, and every person we work with is an individual human, and we still have to use decent human management techniques. Long story short, if you have a corporate culture that's all about being a giant jerk, the chances are that your AI is going to be a jerk too. So just as an example, if you're in a corporate culture where everyone's a hard-driving negotiator, and your AI is out there ordering supplies to keep the office running or doing some other basic tasks of procurement, it's going to try to drive a hard bargain because it's picking that behavior up from you. Now, if this is something that the office has to have to continue functioning, that could be a problem if it's inappropriately using office culture to interact with the outside world. So employees don't generally stay with a single company for decades anymore. Even the CEO and C-suites rarely stick around for long. Social institutions have way higher turnover than in the past. And what happens to the AI agent? It's been trained to work with that individual personality of the CEO, and the CEO then gets fired or is forced into early retirement. When a long-term employee retires, the institutional knowledge of that employee leaves with him. What if the employee's use of AI technology grows so strong that it actively aids other people in the organization in attempting to terminate that employee? By definition, any output or work product generated by an employee using a company's system is property of that company. If the AI agent that is modeled and centered around your personality sticks around after you leave, is that AI agent now company property that the company can use for its own purposes? What if an employee who is fired or laid off or fires a wrongful termination lawsuit alleging that some aspects of the AI agent they used belong to them? It's part of their personality. Will it be possible to transfer these learned traits out of the agent and moved over to someone else's agent? You can assume that the agent is going to be built on a mixture of proprietary corporate data and the behaviors learned from the now separated employee. On the one hand, you may need the agent to keep doing the job of the separating employee, but extracting and separating trained personality features from proprietary corporate training data may be impossible. Businesses today are struggling to determine what information an employee takes with them and what information an employee may, without malice, upload to a cloud service to utilize while working from home or in their own office. So these information leaks can become widespread, and AI agents exacerbate this problem since they carry this data in their training, and it can often be extracted retroactively. Firms might decide to create an AI agent CEO to ride herd over all the company's other AI agents. Who has control over that AI super agent? Most of the decision-making of AI tools today is a kind of black box. So how can a CEO or board of directors ever grasp how an agent CEO makes a decision? Okay, so let's take this further. What happens if an AI agent makes a decision, it turns out to be a financially disastrous or the wrong decision, and then the board goes back and is able to extract the decision-making process from the algorithm and figures out that it was based on an AI hallucination? Who gets fired? Can't fire anyone, there's no one there. How does one fire an AI agent? Just shut it down, then who takes over the tasks? How much does it cost to fix it? If a company that engages in tough negotiating strategies trains an AI agent, that agent is going to pick up on those traits. Even if it's one AI agent to another, and they end up fighting, this could cause some major supply chain disruptions. Where is the human in the decision-making process? Is there a measurable increase in productivity when the person spends more time managing the AI agents? Where's the point of diminishing returns? So that's a lot of questions here. And I'll be the first to admit I haven't really answered any. This is more of a projection of technology forward, trying to predict what kind of problems we're going to encounter. I could say that as AI agents develop over the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to have time to sort it all out. But it seems like every day, something that was supposed to be ready for in a decade is suddenly a product on the market a couple of weeks later. So good luck.